So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester, 67 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. The touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Two and now on first down. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Waddle, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Forced out to his left. And he is in to make it 16-0. After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Still going. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll all... And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Right there, 54.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To a hit, and the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on. Fourth. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and... After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it home.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 68 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught, and it's 8-0. After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll be taken just outside the 40. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but you got to give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they still have a chance to put some points on the board.
Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Devontae Smith.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
2nd down and 8.
Now Tua. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester, 57 yards.
And the Chiefs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, remember, this game was tied at halftime, but wow, they have come out blazing in the second half.
3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter alone. Count them with me. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
And that last one, a long one. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paul Krause. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
On second down, ETN once more.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, twisting away. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Johnson gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Mahomes going to throw it here. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On first down, it's Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
70 yards.
and the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. Buying time to his left. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This is 2nd and 8. They go with Abdullah again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them.
He's got a man complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Devin Hester, 52 yards.
And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
This game was tied at halftime, but they have come out. Absolutely on fire.
Well, the switch has certainly been flipped. 3 touchdowns now here in the second half.
And now they're up 3 scores. And if they can get up 4 scores, look out for the 7 years, too.
Oh, boy. Did you just toss it back to the Civil War era? Honest Abe. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Devontae Smith.
A dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Young. Under pressure, they got him again. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points, down by 4 touchdowns, haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
And here's Young. This might be a free play.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their end.